I'm Roger Mosey, BBC Director for London 2012. The BBC is funded in a unique way. We're funded by the licence fee payers of the United Kingdom, and therefore the creative industries as a whole are entitled to some sort of benefits from a public investment in the BBC. And if you take something like 3D, there may not be an immediate commercial model for returns on 3D, but if the BBC can demonstrate 3D in 2012 from the Olympics and show the consumer experience, that's something that can help companies as they develop business models around 3D or other new technologies. The first thing you'll see in 2012 is a huge amount of choice. So previously, viewers have only been able to see a small proportion of the host coverage of an Olympic Games. In 2012, we've got a simple promise. Every hour of every sport will be available to viewers in the UK, and that's just one example of the kind of innovation that we're going to foster for all our audiences. Innovations in 2012 will include, we hope, the ability to show live action in 3D for the first time. We also hope to have a test screen for Super HD, and then lots of innovations which audiences won't necessarily be aware of, but are working behind the scenes to make sure that their mobiles work and the broadband streaming works, and that all the suite of fantastic developments are, absolutely customised for audiences. The BBC, I think, is about two things. It's about traditions. It's about the fact that we are one of the oldest broadcasting organisations in the world with a really proud history, but also we think that the BBC has to be about technological innovation and delivering our services to new audiences in new ways. So it's both tradition and innovation. Beijing 2008 was a great success for the BBC, and we pioneered there some of the technology and some of the innovations we want to deliver in London 2012. And of course it was a fantastically organised games, there were amazing sporting moments and fantastic locations, and what we hope is to take the learning from our Chinese colleagues and from China in general and apply it to London in 2012. We were hugely grateful for the kindness and consideration shown by so many Chinese people to the BBC's coverage of Beijing in 2008. And I think one of the things that we are looking at is the way that we represent both the recent host nation of China and the future host nation of Brazil in our cultural coverage and our coverage in general of the 2012 Olympics. This will be the biggest event the BBC covers in peacetime. It's the most enormous event in the world. It's happening in one of the world's most global cities. We will be deploying people from right across the BBC to work on this. It will be people from all our nations and regions and news and sport and events. So it will be a colossal undertaking for us, because we think our audiences expect that the biggest show on earth is brought to them in fantastic HD quality, it's brought to them on their mobile devices and broadband, and we'll be mobilising all our resources to give them a fantastic experience.